Hello again, this is UML Operator. All right, this session is for modelers that just installed Sparx Enterprise Architect. They're looking at their start page, they see something that says EAExample, and they're wondering what to do, where to start, how to start. We're going to touch on that very quickly here in this session. Use EAExample file for your own edification, your own learning. Pick a subject area that you're interested in, and we're going to pick requirements management. You can click over any one of these navigation cells, and you can see what is inside or under the navigation cell. So what we're going to do is go into requirements management, requirements diagram, and we're just going to use this to set up and play around with our workspaces. We're going to learn about workspaces next. So workspaces, this is a workspace, first off, that we're in. We've got a toolbox off to the left. We have browser to the upper right. We have notes set up. Your default workspace probably looks something like this. We're just going to go in the Start tab right here. We're going to go to Workspaces in the All Windows, and we're going to select Default, right? So what it does is it goes to the default Sparx workspace, which has browser on the left with inspector, and then it has properties in the upper right, just properties, and there's a couple of tabs here within the window you can use, and then it has notes in the lower right side, right? So this is a workspace. So if you go back up to in the Start tab and you go to Workspace and you want to look at other factory workspaces, you just select on Workspace. It brings up this dialog box right here where the first tab is Workspaces. And we're on the default workspace, which you see right here. Look through these, play around with them. So we may be interested in requirements or software engineering. So let's go to requirements and we're going to hit apply. And what it's going to do is it's going to bring up a workspace layout that Sparx gives you, and that's browsers on the left, traceability in the lower left. You have toolbox right here. You have your work area, right? And then you have properties on the right side with notes. So you can select any element in here and you're able to see the notes, you're able to see the properties, and you're able to see traceability. So if you're looking at this one, you can see traceability, and I'm not going to talk about traceability, but you can learn about this within this channel later on. If you find a workspace that you like and you're going to use regularly, you can go back to the Start tab, Windows, Workspaces, and then go to My Workspaces, and you can see I have a bunch of custom workspaces that I use, and you can see right here the last applied workspace is requirements out of the system inventory, and we can create new and then give this workspace that we have currently selected a name. And don't worry about it. You can literally select requirements, leave the include active custom views, just leave that checked, and then hit save. And then let's go back to Start, Workspaces. Let's go back to default and apply, and it's going to apply the factory default. And now what we can do is we can go to Workspaces and then go to My Workspaces and look for requirements. This is the one we just saved. Hit apply, and it applies that workspace. All right. So you can play around with workspaces, like if you wanted toolbox off on the left, or you wanted it literally to cover the entire left and not inside a window, you can move around and then come back up and save this layout just the way you like it so that you can get back to it quickly when you need to. A faster way to get to your workspaces is up on the upper left of the window. You see this workspace layouts. I'm going to go ahead and left click on it, and you can see user layouts, and you can see all of the, not all of them because I have a lot. It only goes down to simulation, but this many of the workspaces. We just created this one called requirements. Let's go to my common layout. This is the one I fall on most often. I like toolbox on the left. I like browser in the upper right with pan and zoom and inspector. And in the lower right, I have notes, properties, traceability, features, and more. All right. So you can set up the workspace the way that you want to navigate and do the things that you need to do in a productive and effective manner. And you can very quickly go back and forth on the workspaces that you've configured that work for you most productively at any point. Use EAExample to learn modeling, not just Sparx EA, but other modeling. There's quite a bit of intelligence that's in here that can help you, but learn how to use Sparx by using the example files that Sparx has provided. And at any point, you can come into your workspaces and you can remove, just simply select this one we created for requirements, right click on it, and then hit delete, ask, are you sure? And there we go. All right. So use Sparx itself to learn how to do UML. I hope this video helped you. If you're just starting out in Sparx Enterprise Architect, it's day one for you. You might be overwhelmed. But in this channel, we walk through all of this in detail, show you how to get started, show you how to model in the various areas of modeling that you may be interested in. Thanks very much for watching. Leave comments down below, ask questions. If you have specific needs in modeling, UML, Unified Modeling Language, post it down below. We'll try to cover that in our future videos. Until then, happy modeling.